Kind enough to allow me to take over her Instagram stories for the day. So I'm going to be sharing with you some different diverse book recommendations for children. So stay tuned. I went on our bookshelves and pulled out several different books, separated them into different piles. I will get through all of these books throughout the day, but first I wanted to start with our tiniest readers. These are for little readers ages birth to 3. And since we're in the month of June and it is Pride Month, I put this one right on top. Pride 123. This is a counting book from numbers 1 to 10. And I'll give you a quick sneak peek inside. One parade in the month of June. 2 DJs spin fabulous tunes. 3 families of all different types. So you can see lots of representation, lots of diversity. 4 active. Next up, we have Dream Big Little One by Vashti Harrison, and I adore Vashti Harrison's artwork so much. She's an author, illustrator. The companion book to this one features all girls. The companion book to this one will feature little boys, and that one is scheduled to come out later this year. Now, this is a board book for tiny readers, ages birth to 3, and then the book that Eva was talking about this morning during our live is this one, Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History, also by Vashti Harrison. And this one is a picture book geared towards slightly older kids, probably about ages 5 to 9 and up. The publisher Penguin Kids makes this adorable series of books called Bedtime Classics, and they're all remakes of classic books. So here we have The Wizard of Oz, A Little Princess, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. They also have a book for Jack and the Beanstalk, I believe, and I think they also have another one for The Princess and the Pea. But I'll put the swipe ups here directly so you can check these out if you're interested. The publisher Simon Kids also has a board book series for little ones, and theirs is called Once Upon a World. We have the Rapunzel one, the Cinderella, and I know we have the Snow White one here as well. And they have some additional ones in the series, but these are also fun remixed versions of classical books. So you might want to check these out as well. The publisher HMH Kids makes these board books called Be Bold Baby. This is another series, and here's the Michelle Obama one and the Oprah Winfrey one. And if you know me, you know I stand for all things Oprah. So love these two. I believe there's going to be more coming out in this series as well if they haven't already. So might want to check these out too. The last board book that I pulled off the shelf is called An ABC of Equality. And even though this is a board book, as you can see, it is slightly thicker. So even though it's a board book, I would gear this one maybe towards kids ages 5 to 9 or 5 to 10 and up, only because it is slightly text heavy and some of the words kids, birth to 3 probably wouldn't comprehend. And also, let's be real, they probably wouldn't sit still all in one sitting. I'm talking about the tiny readers. So for that reason, I'd probably recommend it for slightly older readers. Another thing that you can do with this book is read it in chunks. So you don't have to try to read it all at once, all 26 letters of the alphabet. You can read it in chunks as well. But overall, this is a great book, An ABC of Equality. Before we move on to ages 4 to 8, I just realized that I had a whole nother pile of board books for the babies to toddlers. So this again is for ages 0 to 3, but I'm going to run through this pile really quickly. Hats of Faith. A is for All the Things You Are, a joyful ABC book. I found the Snow White book that I was looking for earlier. This is also part of the Once Upon a World series. Kiss by Kiss. This is part of a series called I Look Up To. This is the Michelle Obama one. They also have the Ruth Bader Ginsburg one, as well as others. And finally, My Heart Fills with Happiness. Okay, let's move on to a few anti-racist picture book recommendations for kids ages 4 to 8, trying to teach kids about empathy, kindness, and treating each other with love and respect. The Colors of Us by Karen Katz. And I'll give you a quick sneak peek inside. Hi, my name is Lena, and I am 7. I am the color of cinnamon. Mom says she could eat me up. I'm just skipping around. We could go to the playground where we see my friend Sonia. Sonia is a light yellow brown, Mom says. Just like creamy peanut butter, I say. My favorite. Lots of diversity. The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson. Same, but different. Let the Children March. I picked this one out because there's so many protests going on right now and so many different uprisings all across the world. And there are lots of children out there marching and protesting right along with the grown-ups. And so I thought this one was relevant. It's beautifully written and illustrated, and it tells the story of the Children's March that happened in Birmingham, Alabama back in 1963. And finally, We Are the Change. The holiday Juneteenth is coming up on June 19th. Have you ever heard of Juneteenth before? On June 19th, 1865 is the date that slavery was abolished in America. These are two of my favorite picture books that celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth for Maisie and All Different Now by Angela Johnson. Okay, we're still in that 4 to 8 years old age range, but now let's just talk about some books that showcase kids being everyday kids. And these are my favorite types of books that I like to talk about and feature on my page. Happy Hair. I mean, how cute is this cover? And I'll give you a quick peek inside. It's just all really cute, different hairstyles for little black girls, and I love it. This picture right here looks the most like my daughter. So cute. So that's the Happy Hair one. And then the one that features boys is called Cool Cuts. So same idea, really, really cute haircuts and hairstyles for little black boys. Love these two. Next up, we have A Boy Like You, written by Frank Murphy, illustrated by Kayla Herron. Fun fact, tentatively scheduled for next fall, I am going to be co-authoring my first children's picture book with the author of this book, Frank Murphy. Frank is the creator of this children's picture book series called the Like You series. And our book is going to be called A Friend Like You. I am so excited about the opportunity. I don't have an exact date for publication yet, but we're hoping it will be sometime in 2021. So stay tuned for that. The King of Kindergarten, written by Derek Barnes, illustrated by Vanessa Brantley Newton, is such an adorable book about a little boy starting his first day of kindergarten. We love this one. Just Like Me, written and illustrated by Vanessa Brantley Newton. I love this one. This is a poetry book geared towards kids 4 to 8, but look at how beautiful the illustrations are in here. I am a canvas. I am a canvas being painted on by the worlds of my family, friends, and community. Sometimes the words are painted with blacks and grays that leave me feeling confused. Other times, the palette is filled with blues that make me want to scream and holler in a bluesy kind of way. I am not feeling it today. And then there are days when pinks and purples flow over my canvas like the sky and give me hope for a different tomorrow. And then there are the paints that I get to choose: greens, yellows, oranges, and blues. Okay, for these next few, I'm going to try to run through them a little quickly, so bear with me. Alma and how she got her name. Federico and the Wolf. This is a retelling of the Little Red Riding Hood. Under my hijab. She's got this. Sofia Valdez, Future Prez. My Rainy Day Rocket Ship. Marisol McDonald, Doesn't Match. All are welcome. Just Like a Mama. Muslim Girls Rise. We Are Water Protectors. It Began with a Page. How Jayo Fujikawa Drew the Way. At the Mountain's Base. Black is a rainbow color. My hair is a garden. My mommy medicine. You matter. Okay, we're almost done with the 4 to 8 years old age range. The ABCs of AOC. We love this one about AOC, of course, the one and only. Paper Son, the inspiring story of Tyrus Wong, immigrant and artist. The Power of Her Pen, the story of groundbreaking journalist Ethel L. Payne. Carter Reads the Newspaper. And finally, She Spoke, and I just wanted to show you this one because this one is an audio picture book. So on the next slide, I'll show you how this one works. She Spoke, 14 women who raised their voices and changed the world. Over here are the buttons that you can push to hear each of the women's voices, and I'll show you that in a second. But first, let me show you for each woman, there's a beautiful illustration, some quick facts about her, a brief biography here in the center, how she used her voice, a quote that she's famous for saying. And then this is the part I really like. It challenges kids to speak up and use their own voices as well. And it does that for each of the 14 women throughout the book. Okay, now let's listen to the late, great Dr. Maya Angelou.
History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. Lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream.